Hello, everyone, and welcome. Why are you singing over my intro?
Don't know what you're talking about.
Okay, I am Abigail, the ultimate guru, and with me is my co-host, the world's only comedian, Bryden Proctor.
Hello, everyone. I want just real quick. I want to remind everybody that we do have a Patreon, so you should come on by. We have a great community there on Discord. So come on, man.
Come on, man. Come on, man. We Joe Biden now. Come on, man.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
He's the nice guy today. Anyway, you don't have to worry about a thing because we are here to help, and Bryden is purposely grinning, the smuggest I've ever seen him grin, just to throw me off and distract me or something, and I want to know what he's thinking. What are you so happy about?
Just happy to be here, man. You know.
Oh, he's just happy. He's happy because he made me mad
Yeah.
before the show. Is why he said something, and I just started like screaming and ranting and raving because I'm in a bad mood today, and he's just got this shit-eating grin on his face, like he knows he won the
Yeah.
whole time. And then once I realized it, it's like, oh,
Yeah.
you got me.
Yeah.
So he's happy. He's happy today.
Yeah.
Okay, we're gonna get right into our Dear Abby segment. I hope everyone's very excited today. You can always DM me on Twitter at OctoAbby with an I to send me Dear Abbies. I also make posts about it. You can comment under there. You can go to the Curious Cat. I'm Octo Abby on Curious Cat, and actually, I should pull that up just in case. But I don't think people really like using it.
I never liked using it except to when it first started or whatever. I just call people
Yeah,
slurs and shit.
I did get one on there. That's good. I don't know which one though. So the guy I made this for, I don't actually know
So
which
what
is
you're
his. I don't
making?
think he's ever sent one in.
You're making special accounts to communicate anonymously with men. Got it. Okay, got it.
Well, he was embarrassed. He didn't want me to know who sent me the
You
thing,
know who
which is
else was?
actually very sketchy
You know
now
who
that I'm
else?
thinking about
Hey, you
it.
know who else
But
was pretty embarrassed on their anonymous accounts? Every member of AshleyMadison.com. So, just
that's a
saying.
good point. It's Curious Cat. It's not.
Curious Cat does Curious Cat not sound like a shady website?
It does. It sounds like OnlyFans or
Yeah,
something.
it's like it sounds
Curious Cat.
like okay. If somebody were to tell you two websites, curiouscat.com or ashleymadison.com, which would you think was infamously attacked by hackers in order to expose the thousands, hundreds of thousands of politicians that were having affairs?
That's a fair point you're
Yeah.
making right now. I should not be directing people to a website called Curious Cat to send me anonymous messages. I don't know how I hadn't considered that
Yep.
before.
You're not a genius like me.
I'm just glad that we have wonderful listeners who would never be so cruel to me.
Yeah. Attack.
Okay, 1 second.
Oh boy. So, yeah, I don't know. She's got to deal with her kid running around and throwing shit and I don't know why she got him ninja stars, but I mean, you know,
Well,
it's
because they looked so fun, and I thought that they would enjoy them and have fun with them. But then, you know what children want to do? Is they want to attack their mother.
yeah,
Like, what's the first thing that happens when you get them a Nerf gun? They shoot their mother.
that's true. Is he still using the Spider-Man Nerf gun or no?
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Right in my face.
That
I'm
rules.
going to hide it from him.
I mean, you have to after a while.
Oh, my gosh. At some point, I had to hide the Nerf pistols because he would come up to me and literally press it against my forehead, just the middle, like execution style. And I'm just like, you know what? I don't think that I should give him like practice doing this to me in case one day there's a firearm around. He
Yeah.
doesn't know what the difference is or something. So I took it away and hid it.
Well, that's good. I think what I'm gonna
Fun.
get him for Christmas this year is lawn darts. That'll go well.
Lawn darts?
Lawn darts from the real retro ones from eBay from the '70s too.
What is that?
Oh, it's a
Just like
band.
actual darts?
No, it's a band toy that they were just big metal javelins from like the '70s and '80s. And
Oh,
yeah, you throw. It's a game, and you throw them, and they stick deep into the ground.
yeah. That's not a good idea to
Yeah,
give to children.
yeah, but I mean, they were a
That's
popular toy for decades.
I believe it.
Yeah,
Goodness gracious. No, they're not even going to shoot their eye out. They're just going to impale their mother.
yeah. Like, well, I mean, it wasn't that. It was usually other kids. But let's see. How many fatalities
Dude.
were there from lawn darts?
I remember
Three
when I
children
was a
died from
kid.
lawn darts. At least three.
Well, I'm
Thousands of
surprised it wasn't
injuries.
more than that.
Thousands of injuries. At least
Oh my
three dead.
Well, I remember when I was a kid and playing like airsoft wars with the kids in the neighborhood. We would go all around the whole neighborhood. It was like a nice, like one way in and out, kind of low traffic neighborhood with a park in it. So we could just do that. And one of my friends, he comes up to me and I was like 8 years old and he just presses the airsoft pistol to my neck and shoots. And just, oh man, I had a welt the size of a golf ball. Like
Yeah.
it hurts in my neck. It hurts so bad.
Yeah, paintball's better for kids than the airsoft. Um,
Maybe so. I never played paintball. Does it hurt less?
it
'Cause
does
airsoft
hurt less,
stings.
but I mean, see, it's gotten better because now those pellets are not metal, which is what we shot each other with.
They were like hard plastic when I
Yeah,
was a kid.
they're still hard plastic, but they
Yeah.
encourage, now it's just like grown men going around in fat tactical
It's so
camo.
silly too because like, you're a kid. You never experienced this because you weren't like the oldest female child of a kid like a cousin group or anything like that, but they were always shooting my butt. They thought it was so funny to just shoot my butt with the airsoft guns. It was very frustrating.
We were little boys,
They would all
bro.
just gang up on me and shoot my butt.
We would sometimes do that to certain kids. But, I mean, it's like sometimes that was me. It'd get you, and you're like,
Well,
I'm pinned down, and then they were like, oh, I'm a spy, and then they shoot you with these fucking BBs, and it's like, you can't do that. And then sometimes people
no.
are real dickhead, and they pump their Red Ryder way too much, and then they hit you, and it breaks the skin, and then
Mm,
just little copper BBs, bro. We would throw rocks
it's
at each other
terrible.
too. I mean, that's just what you would do. We didn't have the internet yet. It was the '90s.
Yeah.
We watched Bloodsport on VHS. We played Blitz on the 64,
Yeah.
and then we shot each other with BBs, went swimming, ate popsicles, and sometimes threw rocks at trains. I mean, that's what you did. It's West Virginia.
I played a lot of Ding Dong Ditch. And
Yeah.
we would literally run to the ditch. Like we would literally hide in that person's ditch in front of their house. It's like they knew. There's no way they didn't know. There's no way they didn't at least see us sometimes and just open the door and go, oh, it's those kids again and go back in. Like and we would do stuff like at night. You go out to the busier road, right? And when you see a car coming, you just act crazy on the road, like in the way. And then when they came, you would hide. I don't know why that was fun for us.
I mean,
But it was just like then they go like, "Oh, where'd those kids go?"
that's
I don't know
terribly
why that was so
dangerous.
funny.
That's terribly dangerous. And
Yeah.
way more dangerous now because
Yeah.
texting.
Oh yeah. But like our parents were not paying attention. We should not have been out playing at 9 p.m. in the dark anyway.
We were
There's
supposed to be
like
home by 9 p.m. usually because
yeah,
streetlights come on. It's
nobody
time to
cared.
come.
Yeah, I would just run by my house and my dad would pour beer on my head while I ran by and then he'd be like, "Are you having fun?" And it's like that was it. That was the supervision,
Better times.
pouring beer on my head.
Better times.
Which I thought that it was only happening to me, by the way. I thought I was being singled out and picked on. But I was talking to my sister on the phone the other day about like our childhoods. She was getting real emotional. And she's like, "Do you remember how you would pour beer on our heads?" And I just felt so seen. I did. I was just like, "Oh my gosh, you too!"
Oh, you babies. That was just the end of the beer. He just was being nice to you.
It was. He said it was good for our hair.
I mean, that's not true, but yeah.
So that's important for the picture you're getting of the situation when I was little, when I was a kid. We're playing Ding Dong Ditch and like being assholes on the road, making cars think that there's kids they're gonna hit, while smelling like beer, and not like we were drinking it, like it was dumped on our heads. We just entire bodies and hair and clothes smelled like beer.
Just
That
weird,
was fine.
drippy haired, like
Yeah.
stinky children running around on the road at night. Like,
Yeah.
it's terrifying. Some hills have eyes shit. Like one of them darts
And the
across the
funny
road.
thing is, I'm not talking about me and my siblings. It wasn't me and my siblings and like 6 other kids
Yeah,
from different families. Like it was that whole damn neighborhood.
yeah, that was a bad side of town.
Yeah, it was. It was the bad side of town.
That's
It
yeah.
wasn't actually. It was just a bad town, but it wasn't the worst side of town. That's for sure.
I mean, I don't know. I
The
don't know.
worst side of town was by the one daycare.
Well, yeah, that's the
That-
greatest place to have a
yeah.
daycare is the worst side of town.
It's like the happy, sunny, happy-go-lucky daycare for wonderful children. Like it had some really cute name, and like it's the part of town that you do not go to.
Well, they had
I
at least they had a wash station for the hair.
hope so. I doubt it. I
I,
doubt it.
white trash shit is
I
so
never went
fucking
there. I
funny.
was just left at home. I didn't go to daycare.
Yeah, that was
Like, you think they were paying for daycare?
that was for rich kids. Daycare, not a chance.
Okay, I'm sorry. We're gonna move on to our Dear Abby
All
segment.
right,
I'm in a weird mood today. You guys are gonna have to forgive
she's
me.
gonna have her period next week. I'm calling it.
I'm not gonna have my period next week, actually.
So you're just naturally this big of a cunt right now.
Yes.
Yeah, I don't believe that. Women always say that. You know that they're like, no, it's not. I'm not my period. It's like, yeah, but in 3 days you will though. Every time, every single woman,
No,
every single.
I've got some time. I've
You
got a
don't
couple
though.
weeks.
You don't though.
Got like a week and a half, 2 weeks.
You don't though. It's coming early. It's gonna be like a fucking Pennywise balloon, bro.
You know
I'm
what's
telling you.
funny? Is that I will intellectually know when it's going to happen. But anytime anyone has ever told me, no, you're wrong, for weird reasons, like you think that that's not going to happen very often, but somehow it comes up every now and then, that person is always right. It's just off that month. It's weird.
Yep.
It's a weird thing.
I'm just saying.
Dear Abby, if you were
Be sure to
neither
buy
Orthodox
150 extra wide tampons there, bud, because the shining's coming to town for you.
Okay. Dear Abby, if you were neither Orthodox nor married, would you date your OS like Joaquin Phoenix does in Her? No. Probably not.
I've never seen her.
I've never seen Her, but I think he dates an AI. But, like, is she physical? Because, like, what need would I have to, like, if it's like a AI chatbot, but it has a voice or something like that, you know what I mean? Or it's like a hologram or something. What is the point?
I don't
Like,
know.
talk to other women for that.
Because you're a lesbian, but like guys, you know, they get lonely.
Yeah, I could see a guy doing it, I guess, because you guys don't like talk to each other in the same way.
We talk to each other all the time.
Do you lean on each other for your emotional need?
Are you serious? Bro, that's what bros are.
Oh, is it? Because
Yeah.
that doesn't seem to be how other people do it. They
No,
just
it is.
hang out and talk about like mundane crap. They're never telling each other about like their lives and their struggles.
Oh, it's not about our lives. No, I mean, like, you know, it's not about our lives. Like, I don't know what a lot of my friends do for work or whatever. Or if they have any
I don't
brothers
know what
or
he does
sisters.
when he's not hanging out with me, but
Yeah.
yeah.
But, you know, we always build each other up. And then we go back to playing, you know, Madden or drinking or whatever.
Right. So that's exactly what I thought it was. It's not the same.
It is. It's better.
It's just not the same thing. Women could just text each other for these like emotional things.
We text each other
We
for
don't
things
need
that are important.
chatbots.
Nobody. No. No. I think you're wrong. I think you're wrong.
But I told Marv, who sent this, that I would find a werewolf instead. Like, if we're just gonna be making shit up, things I can date. You find
Is a
vampire
dog.
or like a cool dark wizard.
So wait,
like a
wait,
werewolf.
wait, no, wait, werewolf, and which is a dog.
No, it's a man who
it's-
turns into a wolf at night.
It's largely dog. It's very dog-like.
It's a man.
So what do people have always said about white girls?
So anyway, no, I would not, and that is the answer to your question. Next, dear Abby, where are you?
Good grief,
Uh,
dude. You just, I mean, like the things that people say on the internet always end up being true.
dear Abby, when my girlfriend is mad at me, she punches me. She's trying to hurt me, but she's a woman, so she's too weak. Should I be upset because she's trying to do damage at the time, or should I shrug it off because it doesn't do anything? This man has got like pecs of steel or something over here.
You should
Like,
fucking time it right and get her arrested.
she shouldn't be punching you.
Yeah, that's why I'm saying, like, I mean, your
You,
only recourse.
I think you should. She really. I don't care if it's hurting you or not. She's trying to hurt you.
I think the same goes
Yeah,
for
that's bad.
children too. Like, if a kid keeps hitting you all the time, have them
Get them
arrested.
arrested. Oh, well, I'm not going to get my son arrested.
You should. Cops have to take him to like the official state timeout.
I remember one time when I was a kid, we were visiting my grandpa in jail because he stole from us, and so
Sure.
we put him in jail.
There
And
you
then
go.
we went to visit him and say hi, grandpa. But anyway, I was there, and the cops like were like, "Don't." He was like the only one in there that weekend. It was a tiny town, and the
It's like
cops were like,
fucking
"Don't end up like
Mayberry.
your grandpa," and they were like, "You're gonna go in there," and I was like, "Can I?" Can I go in there though? And they let me go in the cell, and it was really cool.
Well,
But they shut the door. But they didn't lock it. I thought they were gonna for a second. So I did go to jail as a kid, kind of. I mean, I didn't actually get arrested.
I'm just saying.
No,
Set her up. Set her up at the bar or
you could
somehow,
set her
something
up.
like that.
Okay, so yeah, you have to have either like witness or like video proof, or maybe you could orchestrate it. So like the cop is coming there for something else, and he walks in at just the right time to watch her punch you.
Yeah, get it. Get text your buddy when to call the cops and say, "I think she has a gun," and then she's at the bar, and then she starts wailing
There you
on you or
go.
whatever, and you're like, "Help, help!" And you're like, "Oh, I'm peaceful. I'm fucking Buddhist or whatever, right?" And then like sit down, and then just put your hands on the because I mean you don't want to get shot, but there should definitely be. I think this woman has a gun.
No, because I feel like yeah, you could get shot if they're expecting a gun.
Yeah, just be like, I don't know. There's this woman.
You just want her to get shot.
It'd be funny because then, like, if she's bleeding out and you're already on the ground, it's like a movie. And you look over at her, and then like she's like, "Why?" And you go, "Got you, bitch." And then you're good. And then the credits roll, and it's like,
But when they
"Ooh."
don't find a gun on her,
Down,
do you get
down,
in
down.
trouble
No,
for that or not because you didn't call the police?
you didn't call the police. This was a bystander who
Okay.
thought that there was a gun, and then maybe the cop gets into trouble. But like, they whatever.
They won't get in much trouble.
No, I mean they'll be fine. They'll be like, "Do you work behind a desk for a little while?" That'll be it.
Well, I guess that's our advice. Dear Abby, is it
Yeah.
ever appropriate? Is it ever appropriate to say y'all if you were born north of the Ohio River? I'm marrying an opossum. What did I say? Opossum. A possum
Good
from
job.
Alabama, and I don't know how to address her family.
Oh,
No.
you should address them as white trash hicks. Oh, cousin fuckers.
Yeah.
Um,
It just say y'all every other word so that they know you're mocking them and
yeah,
their culture.
you
That'll really help you. Shut up. Don't say y'all.
show up. Okay,
Just keep your. Don't say anything.
yeah, because you shouldn't be talking to trash like that. Um, I mean, I don't know. People can say whatever words they want. Has always been my opinion. That's gotten me into trouble.
It's gonna sound
So,
weird and fake if you don't usually say it.
what? What about like?
Y'all.
Yeah,
If you say it
politicians do
right.
that. Politicians do that.
They do, and they sound terrible. Like freaking folks.
Yeah,
It just
yeah.
sounds silly.
I don't know. I mean, you can say whatever you want, but I mean, you really ought to consider like, Is that a birthmark or is it fucking cancer because of how inbred everybody in Alabama is? That should be the real question. It's like, why the fuck are you trying to hook up with somebody from Alabama?
Well, we don't know what this guy looks like or
Yeah,
his
he must be
job or
really
anything like
ugly.
that. He could be like, what if he's even shorter than you?
Yeah, that's dysgenic as shit. I'm the cutoff, dude. 5'6" is the cutoff.
You are not the cutoff. 5'9" is the cutoff.
No, nobody's 5'9".
Yeah, I'm 5'9".
Yeah, and it's dysgenic.
It's not dysgenic for me to be. If you're not 5'6", you're dysgenic. Is that what you're saying to me?
Well, no, mine's the cutoff for men. For women, it's, probably
It's
like
like a upper
5'4".
limit instead.
It's like 5'4".
5'4" is the average height of a woman.
Yeah.
And what I gave you for my cutoff for men is the average height of a man.
No.
You're just upset that you don't qualify.
No.
You're below average.
Wait, are we talking about like height or dick height?
Height.
Oh, sorry. Yeah. No, that's fine.
Yeah, calm down.
I'm talking dick height. 5'9".
Well, is...
5'9" dick. It's yeah, that's fine. Yeah.
I think that was pretty good advice on that one. Dear Abby, how do I get a fat bitch with fat tits?
What about a fat bitch with fat tits?
Dear Abby, how do I get one? That's what he's asking.
Get a fat bitch with fat tits? Go to Alabama!
Hard. Yeah, go to Alabama.
Those guys
it's
could
really
meet
not
up.
hard to find them. Oh my goodness. I saw a stat, okay? And there are more overweight men than overweight women, okay?
Sure.
That is a fact statistically, right?
Yeah, that makes sense.
But there are more like super obese women than there are super obese men.
That also makes sense.
So depends on how fat you want to get, but
yeah,
you could find some.
We're
like,
not going
super duper obese ones a little easier, maybe.
Yeah, hopefully we're
like
not
600 pounds.
going like Lizzo fat,
Yeah, probably not. But if you just want like a chonker, it's not going to be hard. That's the average woman right now.
Yeah, you can go to Alabama.
It's going to be pretty easy. Go to Alabama. You can go like everywhere except for like what, LA, Miami, New York.
No.
Anywhere else except for those places.
There are still fat bitches there. There's fat bitches everywhere. If you are into Lizzo bitches, they are everywhere now.
Yeah.
So
yeah,
the problem is they've got too much fucking self-esteem. So now you can't approach those. So you're better off approaching the hot ones because nobody's approaching them anymore.
honestly, yes, because hot women, either dudes are too intimidated to approach them, or they're just not. I don't know. They don't seem to be getting attention. You know how many people online recently I've seen saying like, yeah, no, like you look at their profile picture and they're super duper attractive women. And they're like, yeah, no, people don't approach me. I do not get asked out. I don't know where this myth is coming from that hot women just get asked out constantly, because I don't. So maybe it's like guys are going for like the safe middle ground or something.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah. Or you go for one where, because rape accusations are so common these days, then you go for one that even the judge is going to go, come on. There's not a chance.
I don't know.
Why
didn't you just sit on him? Like, there's no way you couldn't have defended yourself. How did he even get you?
Come on. Nobody's gonna put that much effort into you, and then you don't get kicked out of your college.
There you go. There's your solution. Look, we are on a roll today. Look at our advice giving skills. They get better every week.
Problem solving. And really, like, hot girl, ugly girl, who cares? The key is, can they identify you later?
You know what? I just had a realization while we're talking about this. I was just talking about how hot girls never get approached.
Mm-hmm.
I was just telling my husband the other day that I can't go anywhere without people trying to talk to me or complimenting me. I was literally just telling him, like, I don't know how you get out of the store so fast. It's just people will not leave me alone. I can't get out. Like, I can't get to the register. What does that mean?
Well,
What does this mean in the framework that I myself have laid out tonight?
yeah. I mean, I won't.
Oh.
I won't say anything about it. I'll let the evidence
People are
speak for itself.
oh my gosh, I love your hair so much and stuff.
Yeah. Yeah.
Does that mean they don't like my hair? Like
I
it's not good hair?
I mean, I'm just saying, look at the people on TV now, and
I thought you were gonna say look in the mirror.
well, I know you don't do that because you cut your own hair.
Look at the people on TV now.
Mhm.
What were you saying about that?
Just look at the people on TV now. There's only one hot one, and it's Megan Fox. And
Is she on TV?
I don't know what she does. She's
I thought
just
she was
hot.
done.
Nah, she's just hot for a living. I don't know what she
She
does.
got a bunch of work on her face, like a bunch of filler. She looks like an alien.
Hot alien.
I don't like the filler thing.
If those are the aliens that come to Earth, is just an army of Megan Foxes, then
You don't
I'm
want
cool.
them to be like green with weird tentacle hair?
I mean, Megan Fox is so hot. If she wanted to be green with weird tentacle hair, which she might,
Mm-hmm.
at
Or
some
like
point.
blue, even? They could be any color.
I don't. Yeah, I don't care about the color of somebody's skin, unlike some people.
Have you ever seen Have you ever seen Barscape?
I know about it. Yeah.
It's the Jim Henson Company was involved
yeah,
because
I
there's
know it.
puppets for aliens. It's really I love puppets. It's so good. But there's a really cute blue girl.
Is
in
it a puppet?
No, she's not a puppet. She's just a hot girl
Okay.
that's blue.
This is a really great tangent into some shit that I don't give a fuck about. Fuck sci-fi.
I just wanted to talk about puppets, but you're not
bet.
really biting on the puppet thing.
No, what am I going to talk about puppets?
I just like them. I don't know.
Why do you like them?
I
Why?
just thought-
Then explain to everybody, because you're so fucking eager. Why do you
It's
like?
cool
How?
and fun, and it's impressive. Like, could you make the puppets move like an actual human being? These things do actual like dances. You've seen Labyrinth? The freaking the red guys, the orange guys, who are like in the fire swamp or whatever the hell is going on there, and they're doing a whole like dance.
Nobody
It's cool.
Nobody gives a fuck about that. We're all looking at how cool David Bowie is.
Okay, David Bowie was much cooler, but also he had an army of puppets, and that made him cool.
Dance, magic, dance. I'm all aware of the song. And then they're like, let's steal a baby, dance,
It's
magic.
a really creepy movie.
It was weird.
Honestly, it really was because he's like trying to marry the 16-year-old girl, so he steals her baby brother. He's like kidnapping and molesting
Yeah.
potentially, and
Was
it's
that
a whole thing.
But was that much different than much younger Bowie though? I mean, probably not the kidnapping,
No,
but
not really.
Bowie fucks some 16-year-olds. I guarantee it.
I bet he did a lot of that. I think. Well, that was just like a rock star thing to do
Yeah.
at the time. Like they were all doing that.
Yeah. It's a different
Like
time.
they were all doing that.
And if
And now you've got I can't remember what his name is, but there's some dude now that's like when he kisses a girl at a concert, which is the thing that rock stars do, you know?
They
He
used to.
comes off the stage and he checks their ID and
Oh,
hands it
dude.
back before he gives them this quick kiss. Like it's just like a chaste kind of like he barely like for 2 seconds or 3 seconds, and I'm just sitting there like, what are you doing? That's not what these people are here for.
Yeah.
Also, it's disruptive. It takes you way more time to go over there
Yeah.
and check the freaking ID yourself.
I mean, like, should rock stars be kissing bitches from the stage? No.
The kissing, I don't have a problem with. I think that's fine. Get a smooch and move on. The sleeping with the 16-year-olds, that's a problem.
I don't think that, like, 27-year-old men should be going around kissing 13-year-old girls.
Well, I don't think that's usually what's happening.
Yeah,
I don't think that they're like visibly 13-year-old girls that they are smooching from the stage.
You keep calling them smooches to try to make this child shit seem less fucking creepy.
Okay, well, what if she's 18?
It's still, I mean, that's fine, but you wait for him.
That's what I'm talking. I'm not talking about children with that. That's not the part I'm talking about. I'm just talking about the kids they get. Okay, you know what?
No, you're
I don't
taking.
even remember what my point was.
Here. Would you like this shovel?
No.
Because you're not gonna
Gonna
dig yourself out.
Myself out of the shit.
Yeah, that's It's ridiculous. So you heard it here first. Abby's like, I think that fucking Gerard Way should kiss 13-year-old girls.
No, that's not what I said.
That is what you
Not
said.
13-year-old girls. Unless I was the 13-year-old girl.
Yeah, exactly.
Just...
Exactly.
How long ago was this? 15 years ago? Now we're talking. So dear
16, by the way.
dear
16 years ago. Don't try to squeak by and like lose a year gradually.
Mm-hmm.
29.
You didn't.
Oof.
You didn't have to point that out. You didn't have to
Oof.
give me the year. You could have just given me the year.
No. Give them an
You
inch,
could have
they
just let
think
me
they're...
have that.
Nah, you give them an inch, they think they're a 22-year-old. And you're not. And it shows.
Dude, when I turn 30, I think I'm probably gonna cry.
Good.
I think I'll probably just cry all day on my 30th birthday next year.
Well, you should, because it's over for you.
It's just a big number, you know?
This is...
It's like, I can't count that high. It's just a big number. It's scary.
Yeah. 1 year older, another year closer to death, huh? Further away from youth.
Everyone's so scared of death.
Yeah.
I almost died.
Oh, you didn't know.
This weekend, I almost died. You should have seen it. It was so dramatic. We got so close to being in a car accident. And you know what? It was a miracle that no one got hurt at all. Because if there had been like just one thing had gone slightly differently, somebody, either us or the people we were hurtling towards, who were spinning out in the road, would have died.
I don't think they would have died.
I think that somebody would have died. I was like, it was so dramatic though, Bryden. I locked eyes with the passenger in the other car. So I'm the passenger, so my husband's the one slamming on the brakes and trying to dodge stuff. It's just chaos. It's a busy highway. And me and the other passenger were like, they're like sideways, perpendicular to us in the road at this point, and we're like trying so hard to get stopped in time so we don't hit them. And I'm just locking eye contact with this person. She looked like a very nice lady. And anyway, we're just the whole time, just eyes locked as we're like hurtling towards each other. It was very dramatic.
That poor woman, she went home that day thinking, that monster could have been the last thing that I saw before I died.
Couldn't I get like a more pleasant sight? Yeah,
No, she thought
like, it was their fault.
She thought she was already dead. She was like, "Oh my God, I'm in hell. There he is. I see him.
There he is." Lucifer.
Yeah.
We're moving on. Dear Abby, my husband now pretty much exclusively lives off hot dogs and hamburgers. The problem is he doesn't cover the pan when he's cooking and never wipes up the grease splatter off the stove and countertop. He leaves it for me to clean up.
Okay.
How do I go about banning him from ever cooking another hot dog or hamburger in this house?
Hey, here's the thing, you dumb cunt. One, I did put a lid over the hamburger that I had for breakfast this morning. And then two, why don't you stop leaving fucking bowls of food around and letting it dry out? You hypocritical anus.
That is kind of gross. You shouldn't be doing that.
Yeah, it's disgusting. And you know
Grease
what?
is a pain to clean up, too.
Yeah, no. And that's why this morning I was like, you know what? I'm going lids now. And I put the lid on there and it's starting to heat down a little bit. It was fine.
Right.
So
okay, but how about this? If you do make a grease splatter, you could clean it up.
I literally do. And I did.
Okay.
So
maybe you're not cleaning it up well enough.
I mean, I guess, but it's like I'm on my way to work. I'm eating a burger.
Just having burgers for breakfast. This
I
is
had
a real true American patriot we have right here, guys. Just bald eagles constantly swarming around his head, you know, and it's
That's right.
It's a beautiful thing. Burgers every day.
I did have because I
That's
can't
so funny.
I can't I couldn't sleep because I can rarely sleep because I fucking am constantly concerned about work. So yeah, I got up really early this morning and I had it was only half the burger, but I had half of a burger for breakfast.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, and I put the lid on it
It's so
because
funny to me though, because you've been like a vegan for as long as I've known you
vegetarian.
until like a few months ago, or yeah, vegetarian. Until like a few months ago,
No,
and now you're just eating burgers for breakfast. It's beautiful. Hot dogs and burgers are
well,
all you eat now.
I didn't get to. That's not true. I eat a lot of Taco Bell.
Well, that's what the Dear Abby says. Oh, also the Taco Bell. Well,
Yeah.
you're not going to give
Are you
that
gonna
up, are you?
believe that lying bitch?
Well, I was hoping you it wouldn't be that obvious, so that I could give advice about it. um, no hot dogs or hamburgers in the house. I was gonna suggest that she try to trick him into believing that they would kill him instantly. Like
Well,
there's
I'm
been
gonna
a
go take a
contamination in the
piss.
food supply. Okay, no, you can't. Why is he leaving? Oh my goodness gracious. There could be like a contaminated food supply situation, okay? And you convince them that if he eats a burger, another burger, while this is happening, he will die. And very painfully there will be like a historical drama where someone gets poisoned and there's like blood coming out of their mouth and nose and eyes and ears and they're just like vomiting blood everywhere and it's like a horror movie scene. But there's always time for like a dramatic like last moment, you know? And you could explain that to him so that he will never ever eat a burger in your home again because you just keep up the ruse. And just like you could fabricate news articles. So if you have like a WordPress site and you pay for it to make it look like a real one, you could make it look like a real news organization. You could send him links to these things so that he actually believes that these are real news articles. You're going to need some like stock pictures going on in there and stuff like that too.
So yeah, I was trying to give the benefit of the doubt for you should try to trick. You can't trick me. Are you serious? You can't trick me.
He was in the bathroom that whole time. So
Yeah, no,
stepped
because
up and walked
I'd
away.
like to see it just fucking try to play out. All I heard was news articles and all that. Like I wouldn't instantly go, okay, hold on, let me do a little research on this one.
Yeah, well,
Let me do a little research of I don't know, just quickly googling something and going, well, that's not real.
I mean, it depends on how. You know what? I had a whole plan. You
Yeah,
don't
the plan
understand.
was bad.
You didn't hear it all. It
I
was a good plan.
don't need to hear it. I won't fall for it. If
Dear
I,
Abby,
if I'm not gonna fall for fucking people saying, "Oh yeah, those aren't chemtrails," or "Oh yeah, the Earth is totally round," I won't get to the truth of hot
that's
dogs,
fair.
hamburgers are good for me. I'm gonna start putting mac and cheese and hot sauce on my hot dogs. Doesn't that
That
sound
does sound
delicious?
good. That
Yes.
actually sounds really good. I'm so hungry now. Oh my gosh, that sounds good. Oh my goodness. Have you ever had like a burger with
No.
the fried mac and cheese ball on it? Like the
Oh,
appetizer type thing. You can get it some places where it's like a giant fried ball of mac and cheese and you put it on the burger
I've
and you just squish it down. Oh my goodness.
I've had fried mac and cheese. I've never had it on a burger. See, I make my
You just
burgers.
yeah, it's just a burger and you put it on there and you squish it.
I've actually had two burgers today because I went to Wendy's.
I believe you.
That's
You're just burger addicted now.
Well, I mean, I just get in the mood. But no, shit. What the hell was I gonna say about the stupid mac and cheese? Oh, well, oh
It's
no, no, no,
good
no.
to put you.
It was about my burgers. I make my burgers kid style. The homemade
Okay.
burgers, I make them kid style. I just throw them on there. I don't even put sauce, no vegetables, no sauce, just bread and a burger, kid style.
Oh. Well, it's one way to do it.
It's quick. It's efficient.
Do you put like condiments on it or
Not a
anything?
chance. Kid style.
Mm. You know what I do? Speaking of kid style, when I make burger patties, instead of using like breadcrumbs in it, because you've got to, I mean, I'm sure you're making them properly with like an egg and breadcrumbs and stuff, huh?
Wrong. I
When you
get them
make the
from
patties?
I get them
No?
from a box at the grocery store.
Okay, well, who's not cooking homemade now? It's not me. I make homemade burger patties.
Do you think I have time?
Anyway, you put
I
it in a
wake up
thing.
at 6:30 in the fucking morning today. Do you think that I've like got time today to go, you know what'll be good?
Well, you
Oh, I
prep
got my
them
burger patties
beforehand.
together.
It's like a meal prep thing where you would just have them ready to go.
No.
You could put them on parchment paper in like stacks with parchment paper in between and put it in a Ziploc bag and put that in the fridge. That's what I do because I'll prep them beforehand, like earlier in the day, so that when I'm go to cook dinner, I'll just pull it out.
But that's not.
and be ready.
But I'm not doing that because, like,
Okay,
also I
well,
hate meal
because you're
prep.
lazy.
No, because I hate meal
Because
prep
you're
because
lazy.
I don't want to fucking eat the same thing 1,000 times in a fucking row. All right, I'll go through
Yeah,
little
you ate
benches.
burgers twice today, and all you're eating are hamburgers and hot dogs, according to this anonymous Dear Abby that could be talking about anyone.
I haven't had, yeah, I haven't had a hot dog. I haven't had a hot dog in like 2 weeks.
Oh my goodness. I, you know what? I probably have a hot dog like once every couple of years,
Well, they're pretty good.
and I should get some hot dogs and make chili dogs because
Yeah,
that does sound good.
they are
Chili
good.
dogs are so good. Oh my goodness. Usually, if I want a hot dog, I'll just go and get a chili dog on it. You get like a foot long chili dog,
Yeah.
and I just haven't done it in a couple of years. Okay, so anyway, um, where was I going with that? Okay, so the egg and the breadcrumbs in the burger meat makes it cohesive, so you don't just have the patties crumbling apart when you're cooking them,
I
right?
want a crumble. No, but if I'm going like real backyard barbecue, I want a crumbly patty, dude, because that reminds me. It's like fried bologna sandwich. It's just
Okay, I
poverty, and I
see,
miss
but
it.
like the ones that is just like falling apart or like slightly crumbly. What do you
I,
mean?
I mean, it's like
You want it
with.
to fall apart?
Well, I want it to be like a whole bunch of mashed
Is
up
it hard to
meat.
eat?
Yeah, of course it's hard to eat, and it's usually like every few. It's all burnt. I burn them too, but it's like
Yeah.
the only reason I'm like I want a hamburger or I want a fried bologna sandwich or something like that is just to remind me of home and the
Right.
better
Well,
time.
if you're getting pre-prepared patties, they probably have stuff in it to hold it together at
Yeah.
least to some extent anyway. So yeah. But I don't use breadcrumbs. I will crush up flavor blasted cheddar goldfish or like Cheez-Its or something to
You're
use instead of
fucking kidding
breadcrumbs, and
me.
my kids are so freaking happy. It tastes so good. And adults will be like, "Oh my gosh, this burger is so good. What do you put in this?" And I'll tell them, and they'll just stare at me for a second
What
like,
did you put in this?
"Oh,
Poison.
that's nice." Like, just
I put poison in it. Actually, it's nothing but fucking nitrates, and there might be a couple gushers in there. Actually, look, I
yeah,
made a fucking filet
some Laffy
mignon.
Taffy.
Yeah, I made a filet mignon with fruit by the foot. That's
It's a burger patty. What are you talking about?
not.
You just need some sort of like crumbs in there. You do saltines
What have
if you
you?
want. I'm not gonna buy a thing of breadcrumbs to use tiny bits all the time when I have goldfish at the pantry. The goldfish works just fine. It tastes wonderful.
I have an idea for you. I have an idea
Throw a
for
little
you.
Parmesan cheese in there too.
Here's the idea. It's a great idea. Take
Hot sauce.
the little.
Worcestershire. Worcestershire.
Are you done?
Go ahead.
With
Take
your
what?
pantry?
Yeah,
You
I'm
nail
sorry.
just
I'm
fuck saying the.
dude, I have not eaten. I'm so freaking hungry. I have not eaten today. I'm so hungry.
Well, you should have eaten some food before you did the podcast. I mean, I don't know what to tell you. It's every Wednesday. It's the same time. I,
No, you don't understand because I lost 2 pounds last week, and so I've got the momentum, and so I can't stop now because I would like to be stick thin.
well, you got a long way to go. What you should do, what you should do, is grind up, like muddle them or something like that. Or like I don't know if you could get them blended
A
up enough.
muddler? Yeah. Yeah.
The little stone and fucking mortar thing.
The mortar and pestle. Okay.
There you go. Yeah, take a bunch of those. Those dried like the little thing of bacon bits.
Oh, yeah, that sounds good.
Do
You just
those.
muddle those up and that's like
Yeah.
crumbs. Yeah, but I don't think that that's like dry enough because there is still some moisture in there.
There's not.
I don't think it would really be cohesive enough, but maybe you could do that like in addition to the flavor blasted cheddar goldfish. Oh, or you could do like the pizza kind. That would be good.
I mean, why stop there? Fuck it. Get Funyuns
Do
in
like
this
some
bitch.
ranch Doritos.
Yeah, just
Cool ranch.
why don't, they've got ranch powder that you can make ranch dressing out of. Just do that. Fuck it.
Pretty good.
I mean, you're killing people with this food, though. You know that, right? I mean, it's
How
like
am I killing people with goldfish? How does that kill anyone?
look at the. Okay, hold on.
Go.
Flavor blasted goldfish ingredients.
You are going to criticize the health of my diet right
No,
now.
no, no, no,
Is
no,
that
no, no.
really what you're about to do?
No, I'm going to criticize the food that you give to your small children. So
Who
you
doesn't give their kids goldfish?
parents that care. Let's
That's
see. So
insane. All parents give their children goldfish.
let's see.
That's
So
ridiculous.
um,
I think it's very funny to me that your very like long sides of your mustache, one of them you have flipped up right now a little
oh,
bit, and
did it?
one is
Yeah, that's
down.
yeah.
It is just really distracting.
I mean, and
You're
that's and
so
that's and
long.
that's a hell of a
You look like a
distraction.
cowboy.
Thank you. And that's a hell of a distraction that you're trying to create. But first of all, I don't think that it actually says this on the container, but it does on their website. It says made with smiles is the first ingredient. I
So they're
guarantee
just
you,
chopping up smiles.
yeah, I guarantee you they can't actually put that on the product. But when you go to their website, and I'm not kidding,
Like in the ingredients.
yeah, I'm not kidding. I'm not fucking kidding.
Like, how could that be bad? How could that be unhealthy? How could that be poison? It's
because
made
they're
with
like,
smiles.
first of all, it's
They're
smiles.
extracting people's smiles and putting it into their food so that it's extra delicious.
And they get those smiles from dead people that ate their food. An enriched
Yes,
wheat flour, flour, niacin, reduced iron, thiamine,
that all sounds
mononitrate, riboflavin,
normal.
folic acid. That sounds fine. Cheddar cheese, okay.
Yeah.
Canola oil and sunflower oil. Twitter will have a
Okay,
problem with
those are not
that.
ideal, but there's seed oils and literally everything. I also get Starbucks. That's palm oil. All those syrups are just palm oil, which is killing the orangutans, by the way, because the thing that's killing the
Yeah, you
Amazon
care about that.
rainforest, by the way, everyone, okay? I know I've probably ranted about this before because I care about it very much, but the powers that be want you to think that it's you driving your cars around and it's killing rainforests. They are chopping down the rainforest to plant palm trees, not for coconuts, okay? But for the oils, because it's extremely cheap and easy to produce. And you know what? The orangutans are dying.
Who gives a shit?
I I do
If you
because they've
cared
been
about,
blaming
you
it
care
on
about animals
us
now.
for this long, but nobody asked them to chop down the rainforests to make palm oil to poison us and put it in my Starbucks frappuccino.
Palm oil is great for you, dude.
No, it's not.
Yeah, it is. It tastes delicious. It's good for you.
No. Okay, no, it's not good. Okay, so what's the problem with the other oils then? If palm oil is fine.
All oil is good for you. I'm just saying Twitter's gonna be
Okay,
mad
so
at you
then
for this.
tell me what the bad thing is then, because the only bad thing in the ingredients list we found so far is the oils.
Salt.
Okay, there's salt in most things.
You got
People used to have to preserve their food in salt. People used to eat a lot of salt.
not anymore. Let's see. You got sugar, yeast extract, whey, corn
Yeah.
flour,
Okay. This
autolionized
is all
yeast
very
extract,
normal.
torula.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, but saying something that is normal doesn't mean that it's good. It's all very
None
normal
of this
now.
sounds crazy. Look, you can just read words that people don't understand that sound big and claim it's a scary chemical. I mean, you can do that if you want to, but it's not factual.
Okay, well, I'm saying that, there's calcium lactate, so there's fucking breast milk in it.
That's great. I'm happy about that.
Gross.
Breast milk is a superfood. It's
What
very good for you. Everyone should be drinking breast milk.
what is natural
Straight
flavor?
breast milk.
It just says natural flavor.
Well, it's flavoring derived from natural sources
No.
such as herbs and plants and cheeses.
What is natural flavor?
This is, you're not supposed to look that up.
Yeah, yeah,
You're
because
supposed
it's
to just take
bullshit,
my
isn't
word for
it?
it. People usually just take my word for it when I say crazy things, and they either just go, "Oh, maybe she's right," or they go, "She's crazy. Nobody cares what she's saying anyway." But you were looking it up. This is bizarre.
Yeah, that's why you can't trick me. So this is Better Homes and Gardens. That's a state-run. It's a state-run thing. Does natural flavor mean artificial?
It's not trustworthy.
Why is Google so fucking broken? Like, okay, there
Because
we
they
go.
hate you. You
Both that
personally.
both natural and artificial flavors are synthesized in laboratories.
Yeah.
So I
You know
don't
what
know.
else is made in laboratories?
You
Life-saving medicine.
all right? Well, I mean, let's get to the point again where we're not going to be able to talk about certain life-saving shots. Those are coming back around.
Oh yeah, we should probably avoid that a little bit.
Yeah. But anyway,
We're
the
gonna
point
like
is,
go back and
I can't believe that you just.
I'm
I
not
mean,
poisoning anyone.
I know that this also came out of just desperation one day.
I didn't have any freaking
Yeah.
breadcrumbs. Okay, there were no breadcrumbs when I was gonna go to the store for breadcrumbs when I had perfectly good dry things that I could turn into crumbs in my pantry. So it was a mixture of flavor blasted goldfish and saltine crackers the first time, and it worked out really good. And so I continued to do
I
my
like the idea that
things like Jesus.
you didn't have enough saltine crackers. So you were like, fuck, what else is here?
No, we were almost out.
Yeah.
Yeah. We are almost out of saltines. We had just a few left because the kids really like to eat saltines. And I didn't drive at the time. I didn't get my license till like later because I have a lot of anxiety with driving. And so
As you
I could
should,
only go.
because bad at driving.
I'm also horrible at driving. Gosh, parking is difficult for me. But the
Just go between the
anyway,
lines.
so I could only go to the store once a week, uh, on Saturday when my husband was home to drive me, and then he would drop me off because he hated shopping. And so when I was done, I would have to wait outside the front and
In the
call him and be
rain.
like, "Come pick me up now." Sometimes in the rain, yes. And there would be like homeless people outside, like asking me for money, or like just nice people who are like, "Oh, honey, do you need a ride?" And I'm just sitting there waiting for my husband to get there. It's like, oh my gosh, why is it taking him so long? We literally live right down the road. It's like 2 minutes away. I could have walked there in this time. Like, what is going on here? And everybody's just bugging me because they either want something from me or they want to help me because I look like I need help.
Do you think that maybe the homeless people were bugging you because they were like, "Hey, ain't seen you around the camp. Are you new here?" And they want to take you back to the cool homeless guy camp.
That's disturbing. This one guy had no legs.
Why
And
is
he was
it?
giving me this whole
Why
sob
are you
story.
ableist, bro? Like some people, their
Well, it
legs get
wasn't
cut
his
off.
fault. He was walking around on his
That
hands.
rules. That
It was
means
really freaking cool, dude. I was really, if he didn't look like he was currently and had been for the past 10 years on like meth or crack or
well,
something,
you fucking have to
you
be to
know,
be able to walk on your goddamn hands like that.
maybe so.
Think about how much strength and motivation you need to like waddle around like a fucking,
Yeah.
you know, on your fucking hands.
Yeah, that's fair.
But you not gonna smoke meth? I mean, that's it keeps you
It's
awake.
funny because he had a wheelchair. But he like got out of the wheelchair to walk up to people like that. Maybe he thought it made him look more like sympathetic or something. To just be like
I think it makes you look more
anyway,
scary. You don't want to
um
see that. Just some guy, especially if he moves real fast. You
it's
know.
like a freaking like Silent Hill monster or something because he's like his face is covered in sores because he's a drug addict. Like this is not like a he didn't look like a nice normal person other than the no legs and the walking on his hands. Like he looked scary. He was a very scary man and he was trying to give me a sob story about he was like a veteran
Sure. They lose
in
their
like the
legs.
Korean War and lost his legs,
Bad
but
war.
like my grandpa was in the Korean War and this man is like 20 years younger than my grandpa. So I really doubt it.
Well, some people age well despite, losing their
Despite the 10
legs.
years of drug use. Like
It could happen.
I doubt it.
Meanwhile,
I really doubt that he was telling me the truth.
that guy was $5 or whatever it was away from getting his medicine to live.
Yeah, he wanted $20.
Well, now he's dead. So, because
I didn't have any cash.
yeah, okay. This was
I had some
1936.
coins. How patronizing would that be to just be like, "Well, I got some coins in my coin purse," and drop it in his hand?
I mean, I'm pretty sure they like that when somebody's
Here's
like,
some pennies.
they'll literally take it. Like, I don't have
Yeah, I
much,
probably
but there you
should
go.
have just given him the freaking pennies. Honestly, I was just like,
Well, it really just why would you not try to hand him something or at least shake his hand or something just to see how he handled it?
So because I didn't have an escape, right? I had to stand there and wait for my husband to pick me up. If you interact with someone and they won't leave you alone after because you gave an opening and you don't know when you will be able to get out of there, like it's a
You're
safety situation.
you're missing the point. If
But
this
he had no
man,
legs, so actually he probably couldn't trace
yeah,
me.
yeah,
So I don't know what I was worried about in retrospect. It's like, what was he gonna
but you're still missing the point. If he's standing there on two hands and two hands alone, and you go to hand him something, aren't you curious how he would handle that?
Oh my gosh, you're right.
Like, just to see, because what if he just stays on one hand?
That would be cool and very impressive.
Yeah. He, like, grips the
That
concrete.
Yeah, it's a good point.
You missed the whole fucking
I hadn't considered
opportunity.
that at all.
Whole opportunity squandered.
I'm really disappointed. I wish I could go back in time.
Yeah.
If I had a time machine, I would go back to that moment and give that man the pennies.
Well, you would think if you had a time machine, you'd go back in time and have enough saltines to not throw flavor blasted fucking goldfish into your
No.
goddamn burgers.
No, that was not a mistake. That was a happy discovery. I cracked the code to making perfect burgers, and I'm very satisfied with my decision.
Okay. Well, we got about 4.5 minutes left, so do a story and then we can move
That's it.
on.
Well,
Yeah.
I've got more Dear Abby's.
Oh shit. Well, keep doing them.
Dear Abby, would you say that one Asian girlfriend is dismissible as happenstance, but two indicates a trend? If so, how would one go about rectifying this? And I bet no one can guess who sent that in.
Yeah.
That anonymous question.
Yeah.
Nobody can tell.
I don't know. Just you like Asian girls, just date Asian girls. If you don't like date, if you
That
don't
is,
want to date Asian girls,
yeah.
then date Latina girls.
So how you rectify this is you got to stop watching anime.
Yeah, you should stop being fucking gay and
You
watching
got to
anime.
stop with the anime. You've developed a fetish, which is what it is. Okay, if you can't help it, you can't help it. But if that's it, like, but if you don't mind, like, if you just like Asian girls, it's okay to like Asian girls. But
Not
it is a little bit weird to be fixated on. I feel like a little bit.
not if it's become such an obsession like I know this gentleman has. Because I do think
He
that
he
it.
has an obsession with a lot of types of girls, though. To be fair,
Oh, that's just called being horny, and that's okay, I guess.
yeah.
But if it does come from anime, then you better stop because eventually you're gonna go, I'm the Asian girl now, and you've got problems.
Yeah. Yeah. That's a good point. What if he you know what, actually that might be a fun arc though for all of us on Twitter. We'd unlock that Twitter account and just become an Asian girl. That might be fun.
Like,
So actually that's what I recommend. That's my advice. Unlock your Twitter account, become an Asian girl. Your problem is fixed. Because Asian girls are not dating Asian girls.
yes,
So
they
you won't have
are.
to worry about it
You've
anymore.
never seen Two Girls, One Cup? They're both Asian girls.
No, why would I watch that?
Bryden,
Don't
attack!
you dare! I can see the cogs turning. You disgusting, horrible, horrible human being. No, you're not a human being. You're a worm. You're a worm. Someone should return you to the dirt from whence you came. No
Uh,
one listened to him.
attack. That's
That's okay. One more, and then that's all of my dear Abby's. We had a lot today. It was great. Dear Abby, why is it impossible for humans to create something other than artificial intelligence? Why can we
what?
not create life, only intellect? Theologically speaking, also, why is that a good thing?
What?
Marv, I love you. I love you, man. You're my buddy.
That's a
I'm not
dumb
equipped
fuck.
to answer that
That's
question.
that's a dumb.
I need you to give. No, it's not a dumb question. It's a very intelligent question. The problem is, I
How
would
is
need to research it a little bit and speak to my spiritual father before I could really answer it.
That's a gay
I'm sorry.
fucking question. It's not even philosophically deep. Like, why can people make fucking AI? Why can they
Okay,
make
you answer it then. You
Okay,
answer.
fine. Why can they make calculators, but not fucking clouds or whatever? It's just a different type of thing. And I'm sorry, you like they can't make intellect. What the fuck are you talking about? Dude, cloning exists. It absolutely exists. They can and have cloned people. It's a thing.
Cloning is like copy and pasting, though. He's talking about
No.
actually creating. But I did see a thing today
It's not.
where they did make an entity, a being, from artificial means, like without a sperm or an egg. And I doubt it. I don't. But the problem was, that I read in the article, it said that they can't translate it,
Nice, dude.
transplant
Intellect. Think of
it
that. Why can't
into
they make intellectual women?
a woman's uterus because at the point of creation, it's already too complex to implant into the uterus lining, right? And so, but And so people were saying, "Oh, it's impossible; it'll never happen." But they're at the same time they're creating artificial wombs right now, and they're growing like lamb embryos in artificial wombs. So that's insane to say that they can't do that. It doesn't need to implant into a uterus if you put it in an artificial womb. Um, so I'm not even sure if that's going to happen or not. So we probably can create life
It's been done.
in
They
that way, but it's not going to be good. It's going to be like soulless and horrifying and negative.
It's been fucking done. Like, listen to Alex Jones, goddammit. They've been making fucking half pig, half human chimeras for fucking ever. Dude, there
It's not
was
the same thing as creating something from nothing like
what?
this, though. It's not the same thing as what I'm talking about.
Okay, fine. So they made this
You're
entity
talking about
from
like
I have no mouth.
stitching things together, like Frankenstein and cloning, which is copying and pasting. It's different.
How is it? How is starting with fucking cells and like just making shit? How is that any different than making
It's
what he
still
said intellect, which is you can make and they have made human clones and fine, you don't have to believe me on that, but they have. Why did George W. Bush have to fucking outlaw cloning? Why? You're looking at I forget the name of that cult. They
because it's
claim to have
unethical.
cloned a person. Now, also, if you go and look on NPR's This American Life TV show, there was a whole thing about somebody had their pet cloned, and the pet was completely different, and they were very sad about it. It was a bull was completely different. And you can have your pet cloned, and guess what? They're not the same pet. They're a different thing. So that would
Okay,
probably be the
that's
same.
fair.
That would probably be the same for fucking people too. Now, as far as this quote unquote entity goes, I don't really fucking believe it. But if it is some weird goddamn I have no mouth and I must scream fucking slug thing that I'm thinking of that is probably in constant fucking pain
Yeah,
if it has any consciousness.
I kind of want to see what it would look like gestated, like all done. You know what I mean? Like it still needs to gestate. They're creating an embryo.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. If you
Like I
if
want to
any
see.
if you want to be all religious about it, there you go. There's your Antichrist. They're making a person. It'll be the Antichrist.
Yeah,
There you go.
it
Jump
could
on
be
that.
the Antichrist. Very well, could be the Antichrist. At the very least, it's going to be totally soulless. So
I mean, the soul is just a in and out with that with theology and philosophy of when referring to self. So AI eventually may have a self, but whatever. That's neither. The idea that you can't make consciousness seems insane to me. You definitely can, and making something from nothing is entirely. You're making an entirely new thing.
so the thing is though, this is what people were doing before the flood, right? Like this is the whole reason that the flood happened.
So Noah was pissed at people because they were making petri dish
No,
babies.
no, no, no. God was mad, and he said, like, Noah, you and your family are cool. I'll let you survive.
Everybody else was going around making petri dish babies.
Well, what they were doing is
I
there
missed
were
that
women
part of the
sleeping with
Bible.
fallen angels and creating the
Oh, the
Nephilim,
Nephilim. Yeah.
and there was some like human animal hybrid creation going on, and there was some twisted technology, and that's the idea. Yeah.
Okay. I mean,
And
that's.
so God reset everything. So he did promise he would never flood the earth because of it again, but he didn't say anything about like
I say he set it on
other
fire, right?
methods. He could set it on fire, or it would just be the apocalypse.
Yeah. Well, I mean, there's another thing about the old fucking end of times apocalypse shit.
Yeah,
Because looking at that, they're like, and then like for 1,000 years there'll be this other bullshit. So it's like we're not even gonna get to see the
I
best
want to
part.
know. Yeah, I want to know what happens after the 1,000 years personally, but
Man, I don't give a shit what's happening tomorrow.
you might have another burger. Wouldn't that make you
Nah,
happy?
I'm burgered out.
You'll be like, it's fixed. We fixed it. We helped.
Well, I've had like three in the past like 4 days.
Yeah. Okay. So there you go. That was the answer, Erica. It's done. It's over. Your problem's solved.
Oh,
And
it's
you
not
know
over.
what? I helped you with that. I helped.
No, it's not over. I mean, I got like four more in the freezer.
Okay. Well,
I'll have
it's
one this
over
weekend.
when he eats those.
I might
All right, everyone.
go
I
to Wendy's
believe we
tomorrow.
are out of. Oh, goodness gracious. I believe we're out of
What I
time
like
for
doing is I
today.
get the I get the double bacon cheeseburger, and I'll dip that guy in they got good barbecue sauce. I'll dip it in there.
Yeah. I like Chick fil A barbecue sauce the best, probably, because it's like really sweet.
Line's too long.
The line is only long if you go at that time of day. It's if you go at like 2, like I did today, it's fine.
It's always too long. And, you know, I don't really care that much for chicken.
Well, that's fair enough. They only have chicken there.
So hold
All right,
up.
everyone. We are out of time for today, but we really appreciated all the Dear Abbeys. This is great. This is my favorite thing to do is the Dear Abbeys. We can hear from you listeners and help you instead of just like random Redditors who we probably hate anyway. It's people, that are cool because they listen to us. So that's way better. And you can send me more, Dear Abbeys, at OctoAbbey on Twitter. That's with an I. Bryden is at one and only Bryden. That is the number one. You can listen to our bonus episodes, get the entire backlog. Also,
I mean, it's
for
like
just
50.
$1 a month.
It's like 50 fucking episodes now, dude.
It's a lot. It's a lot of episodes, and you get them all for just $1 a month. Okay, at patreon.com/here to help podcast. You can go on over there. We've got various tiers. If you pay $5 instead of $1, you actually, I haven't mentioned this in a long time, but the very first episode we ever recorded for a practice run, the pilot episode that we never publicly released, we just sent it to a few people for opinions. That is on the $5 tier, not the $1 tier. The $25 tier, I will draw you a picture. Bryden, do you have any plugs?
Same shit as always. I mean, I don't know. I might play Starfield sometime this weekend. If I decide to get Game Pass.
Baldur's Gate 3.
Oh,
We're having a little bit of a tiff because I let Asterion bite me because it turns out he's a vampire. And he's who I was going to romance in the game. And my husband hates him. Like, apparently he's been ranting to his brother about how he's, like, the worst character in the game. And then he's like, oh, who are you going to pick? Because I picked this, cute elf girl or whatever. And I was like, oh, it's him. And so, anyway, it's been a whole thing. I can tell he's judging me very harshly.
Well, I mean, you just can't help yourself, huh? You're just like vampires, werewolves, fucking Twilight ass shit. Listen, Abby is a dumb furry. All right, like that's just at the end of the day, that's what it is. She
How
like
are vampires furries?
they're animalistic. They turn into dragons and shit.
They are animalistic.
They
yes,
might.
That's what they do.
They could. Some of them. They do.
Dragons.
Like in Skyrim, they turn into some weird thing.
I don't think they do.
They do though.
Okay.
They do. Because you gotta
Sometimes
fight.
they turn into bats.
Oh yeah, there you go. They are furries.
I was waiting for you to.
I don't know. I
yourself.
don't pay attention to that gay shit, bro. I don't give a fuck. I like being a human. I'm a human. Good thing to me. I'm a human.
Barely.
I'm human.
Are short men really human?
Are tall women
That's
women?
the question. That's, you know what? Fuck you.
Yeah.
All right, everyone. Have a great week. Secure in the knowledge that we are with you and we are the only ones you can trust are here to help.